Okay, it's a couple days later on the Buick and the manifold gaskets have arrived. So we're going to try fitting this up. I've cleaned this thing within an inch of its life, so let's give it a go. We've got the gaskets already sitting on the engine, so we'll just wheel this over there and give it a shot. Okay, one on each side. Two on each side, and then we're probably good. It's pretty close. This might get upgraded to a spacer sooner than later, but for now we just need it running. No good.
There. Is the gasket on the right way?
No. Smarty pants. And we're back. We thought the gasket was on backwards, but of course it wasn't. We had to stop the camera and double check, didn't we? This can come off again if it has to, but for now we'll just tighten it up enough that it should run. So, should that run then? So we're looking for that end of the needle to come as far this way as possible.
Okay.
Okay. Well, stand back while I start it.
Okay.
And then as soon as it's running, it should stay running. So, do we have a idle speed setting here? That's terrible.
Yeah, the highest it got was to the top side of pour.
Like, is this? Yeah, that's fine, right?
Okay. And the check
This
valve
is loose.
works.
I gotta fucking tighten that up. Okay, think. Why would it not run? You know, it's starting to look like it's the carburetor's got to be full of shit.
Okay. It was all cleaned out and...
Yeah, but where's our filter, right?
Oh yeah.
No filter.
Yeah, we don't own one.
We don't fucking own one, yes.
That could be it.
We might just have plugged idle circuits, so we're gonna blow them out. I guess the next thing on our list of things to do is rebuild the carburetor properly. I thought it was working quite well for what it is. Well, I'm gonna blow those out because sometimes you get a speck of dust in there and it just won't run.
Okay.
All we've done is blow out the idle circuit. We're gonna see if anything has changed. it's hissing. Good. Definitely running not bad. It seems a little, I mean, it's still not quite there. I'm wondering if we're wasting our time until I rebuild this carburetor properly. Like, it is kind of just thrown together. So,
Oh, okay.
I think the thing to do would be let that all dry up.
Mm-hmm.
We know that that is sealing now. We've got Ashley's vacuum gauge on there as well. So we're looking for, I'd like to see 18, 19. Let's hope for the best here. Here's what we did. We blew out the idle passages again, and we found a very obvious vacuum leak here, which is the choke heater, and I kind of was ignoring that, but of course if you want to heat up the choke you need vacuum to pull the hot air off the manifold. So with that currently deleted, that's fine, but we needed that, so we've taped that off as a check, blown these out, set them to a baseline setting here. We were not getting anything like, what, 13, 14 when we came out here. So we're hoping for 18, and the engine's warmed up. The timing is just guess right now. Okay, so we'll try it, and we're hoping for some vacuum. If it works, we get to take Fubu for a ride. Just maybe a little bit on the high side of 18.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's try the transmission, since that was the original idea of taking the car out. So let's go up and down the yard here.
Yes. She jumped in because the engine was running, I guess. Not leaving her behind.
It takes some getting used to. The reverse is way at the bottom. Oh, nice.
Sure is a smooth reversal already.
We'll try direct drive here. This is how you'll be driving it most of the time. You can see it's kind of lethargic, but she's going. Oh, it has a nice ride, actually.
It sounds really good.
Yeah, it's smooth.
Yeah.
The car is just so smooth to drive. Let's make sure we have brakes, because we only have them on the front. Yeah, we're good. What do you think, Boo? We're just going to go out and turn around.
Okay.
And reverse, excellent. Nice job on the transmission bun. I don't see any trail of oil coming out either. That's good. And we'll go back. We'll try low. See if you can tell the difference in the acceleration, because these things don't automatically shift. You either have low or drive. If you put it in drive, it's direct all the time. So what most people did was start out in low and then bang it up into drive. So let's see. Whoa! It goes really good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrific. Well, that's much more successful than last time.
It's singing. It's very happy.
It is happy. I'm happy for a change. Been very sad about this stupid carburetor problem, and it turned out to be pretty easy to adjust. And she's running lots of oil pressure. Park. What do you think, Frankers? Dad, this car is too loud.
She says, is that it?
That's it. What a jip. We'll go one more time, okay? Yeah, we still don't have any of this working. Dashboard's coming out next. I'm still so happy that we found the original key under the carpet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Or not the original key. Somebody informed me that these were aftermarket.
Oh, okay.
They were for fancy people.
Oh.
Nice afternoon. We were doing some driving. I didn't see another Coronet on the road today, at least today.
I sure didn't see another Renault 5.
Fair.
It's certainly, you know, it's very rewarding and quite fun having guaranteed the most interesting and exotic European car anywhere I go. And really, who's ever going to show up with anything cooler than this? Oh, great. Look who's here.
Who invited this guy? Hey.
Well, we might as well have a look. All right, Bruce is here, Agent 9088, and Miles is here because nobody likes tiny European sports cars more than Miles.
More than this guy.
And so Bruce is going to walk us through what has to be the prettiest little jewel of a car that has ever graced this junkyard. And I know a Lancia Fulvia when I'm looking at one, and that's all I know. You did a little video for us when you bought this car.
Intro, yeah.
And so here we are some years later. He's actually driven it all the way here so that we can have a look. And then we're going to knock him out and I'm going to steal it. Because this is a special car. Maybe some of you see this kind of car all the time. Have you ever seen one, Miles?
Never in person, just in photos.
Right.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Heard a little bit about them.
Video games.
Video games, yeah.
Video games?
I am, you know,
Just
this is not the first time this week I've been overcome with envy. It happens way too often, and I keep buying more and more cars, and it still doesn't work. I gotta start buying good cars, I guess. Give us the 30-second rundown. Lancia Fulvia, 1.3, 19 what?
73, so they were the same pretty much from the start to the end. They looked the same. There was two versions, a Series 1, Series 2. This is the end. But they were, both series had a 1.3 or a 1.6 version. They had, you could get like hotted up rally ones from the factory with no bumpers, and you could get, this is like the street version. This is the 1.3 liter V4 narrow angle, like one head, 12.5 degree angle.
Yeah, this is a pretty exotic engine.
It's a weird stuck over on its side, which we'll take a look at. It's designed in-house.
Really?
Yep. There's definitely some ripping off of Maserati going on that I have seen some examples of that. Yeah, so sturdy cars. Lancias were pretty high-end cars at the time, so you know, it's not fussy, but everything in it is just really well done. You know, high quality. Even though it was 70s, it's all still metal-y bits, and partly that's because Fiat probably just didn't want to retool and come up with new plastic stuff, but it does mean that
Fiat they didn't get a chance to wreck Lancia for a couple of years yet.
They didn't switch, you know, plastic latches for the pop-out windows and stuff like that.
That's right. You guys probably remember Bruce had a much better R5 than me, so I finally got a better one than him.
He's got the best one now. Yeah.
Now that he sold his, and I got nobody to show off.
This has much less plastic to cook in it, right? Whereas these had.
Yeah, these were plastic.
Keeping these looking nice is way harder, I think.
That's why it sits in the garage with a cover on it.
Speaking of strange.
Oh my God! Did we leave the gate open? Oh, that is awesome. Oh, Oh, so nice to see it.
Got some 70s earth tones going on.
So
yeah, these
fantastic.
were robust little cars. Revy, like, you know, it's short gearing, it's no overdrive, so highway speed means you're at 4,000 plus RPM. But
what
they
do we
can
have for speeds? Is it a 4?
5.
5 speed. Were
Five
they
speed,
all
but-
5s?
Close ratio.
5 speed, but direct. The early
Direct.
ones were
Oh,
4.
fifth is direct?
Fifth is direct.
Oh, okay.
So you get to shift a lot, and it's got that weird shifter, which we'll show you later.
Oh, good.
The early
Yeah.
ones were 4 speeds.
Actually a bit bigger than I was expecting.
Oh, really? I was
A little
amazed again
bit.
at how small it was. Yeah.
It's pretty much the size of a Miata, except narrower because
Speaking of exotic Italian styling.
Stretch out in this car.
Yeah.
it's got a back seat. I mean, in theory.
Lies. I saw that.
Oh my! All 4 of us should go for a ride. I think.
You know when at the airport
I don't think
they
we're
have those,
even
like,
getting in there. Yeah.
if your carry-on doesn't fit in this
Yeah,
box,
yeah,
you're not
yeah.
getting on the
If
plane.
your kids don't fit in this box,
You
you,
might get
need to
in.
buy a different car.
But you're not getting out again.
Yeah.
All of the late ones had that green carpet. If you can understand.
Oh yeah, green carpet.
They got a bulk buy on green carpet. So
Regardless of the color.
Regardless of
the
the color.
interior.
it works pretty good on brown. But if you had red, you know, you got a green and red.
Well, let's have a look at the greasy bits before we.
Let's see what's under this.
These ones were all steel. Some of the early ones had aluminum doors
Okay.
and
yeah.
whatnot. But the Fiatizing of things, you know, some of that went away. Because Fiat owned this at the time this car was made.
Oh, okay. This was replaced by the Gamma.
The Beta.
The Beta. Yeah.
Interesting naming.
Yeah,
Well,
they
the
had
early
all-
these were all named after the Roman roads.
Yeah.
The Fulvia, and the Appia. Yeah.
And then they went to Greek or.
And then they went to Alpha,
letters.
Beta, Gamma.
Lambda.
And isn't
Lambda,
this like
yeah.
a really narrow angle
Yeah.
V4?
Yeah,
that's the
Steven
whole thing.
knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out. This is the business end, Miles.
Yeah, there's nothing over here.
It's a
That's where the
V4,
spare tire goes.
but
one
it's
bank
one
head,
cylinder
is it?
head.
What?
It's a very narrow angle V4. Isn't that
And-
crazy?
And because
Looks like
they
something
were,
come out of an outboard.
So you've got a piston down here and then one
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there
they're
and-
staggered. Yeah.
and because they were Lancia, they had like a different angle for the 1.6 or the 1.3. They didn't
Oh, they
just.
were different.
They're totally different blocks, and they
Really?
changed them from Series 1 to Series 2 because like this one's 11.42 and this one is 11.8. Like, no wonder they went bankrupt, right? Like
Yeah.
that's.
You sure it's not French?
Don't let the engineers make all the decisions.
That's a lot of
What are
carburetor,
you pointing
man.
at? Oh,
That's a lot of carburetor for a little
Dual
motor.
Select 38s, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean CFM when you say that, or just model?
38 is the millimeters of the
throat?
of the throat.
Of the throat.
Yeah. So that one's a 32/36.
Okay.
So these are 38s, means you got 38, 38, 38, 38.
And they open together. Where yours are
They're
like
twin chokes.
yours is like
This is a staggered.
sequential,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, and they kicked it over like that to keep the hood
yeah,
low.
yeah, like a slant
Yeah,
6.
that's nice.
But it's
Yeah.
a slant
It's a
V4.
slant.
It's a slant 4.
Yeah,
And all for packaging.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a small car. but it
And
all fits
so
in
the
there.
transmission's behind and underneath,
yeah.
or just straight off the back?
It's just
Straight off the back. Okay.
Yeah. The starter can be changed.
You
from
know, it's
above, so
actually
nice.
it's really fitting that you brought the Subaru because that's the same setup.
Is it?
No.
And yet
that's-
somehow this doesn't look
that-
as nose heavy as the Subaru does.
That's
It's a flat 4, but
yeah.
the engine's in front and the transmission's behind, and
Yeah.
it's front wheel drive.
except this doesn't hang way over the front.
Yeah, well, that's
like
what I mean. It doesn't
but
look quite as awkward and
They got-
nose
doesn't
heavy
look
as
quite
your
as-
car
They got the
does. Yeah.
proportions a little nicer.
There's actually.
And then
a
there's
reason
this
it's
car where longitudinal engine jammed up against the firewall, transmission in front,
which is very French
which is very French.
from like De Chevaux days.
Mm-hmm. And let's just take a second to appreciate how rusty this is not. Like this,
Brown's pretty good at hiding rust.
Yeah.
but it does. There's nothing to.
Nothing to hide.
It's just unbelievable, man.
Just an original unrestored car.
So this was the original color,
Yeah,
and this is a repaint.
yeah.
So you can see there's like a bit more flake in.
But it's a beautiful job, and it's so close. And look at that, eh? That's all in beautiful shape. It's just a little jewel of a thing.
What's cool though is you can get all of this stuff because Fulvia buyers apparently demanded that stuff. So you can buy every single thing here
Nice.
from a couple different dealers. I mean, you have to pay crazy Euro shipping rates, but whatever. It'll show up in a week. Like
Yeah.
interior trim bits, if you want to replace the little scripty badge.
Still today.
You can still get all that
Really?
stuff. Like, good luck with that one.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's not from Lancia. It's just from
aftermarket support,
people
whatever,
Really?
yeah.
doing it. Yeah.
So, what's
the
the
starter,
All
architecture?
the system comes up.
I was
Camshafts.
just gonna say that.
Yeah, it would
Is
have
this
to be.
technically a single overhead cam?
That's
and that's
twin cams, and one of them drive. With unequal arms.
Yeah.
There's
Really?
one cam is
So-
exhaust and one is.
So this is intake and this is exhaust.
Really? And so you got really long rocker
Yeah,
arms for
yeah.
the opposing bank.
Huh.
Crazy.
So it's a flow-through head though too. I like that. That's efficient.
Yeah, it's a cross flow head, which is very, and it's
High
a, you see that's a tubular
perf.
header.
Well, I'm looking. It's a Hemi head too.
Yeah. And you've not done the engine. Came to you in good running order.
Yeah. The engine itself was good. The brakes all needed to be redone, so you can see new booster.
Mhm.
It needed a chunk of exhaust replaced. It did not need very much.
Yeah.
Hoses, rad was record.
Right. Well,
so
yeah.
it's coming from-
Today you're glad you did.
I am
Ran
glad.
into some stalled traffic and it
It's-
sat there and behaved itself.
Yeah.
Is there numbers on the temp gauge or just a
Yeah.
big red line?
No, there's a red line that's like it's 100. Don't go here.
Yeah, that's 212. Did it go over the red line?
It touched the red line.
Oh,
It was like
210.
210s.
Yeah.
Okay.
don't mess with me.
Yeah.
It's like I'm warning you.
It was like, let's get going.
I
Yeah.
was starting to eye the shoulder in case I needed it.
And big fan of
XAS.
XAS's. Beautiful. I didn't even know they made them in 14. That's really cool.
Those are 14s.
Yeah, they're 14.
Those look like 16s.
Well, they're 14 XAS.
And Michelin still makes them in a Michelin factory. They're not like
Oh, they're
they
not.
haven't just sold the molds off to someone else.
Really?
Huh.
These are actual Michelin made.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But you can't order them through your local Michelin dealer.
No.
It's the detailing is just so exquisite, hey? Fulvia 3. The 3 being the final, the last run out.
series. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
But no different than the other two to look at, really.
very similar.
Did they have? No, they changed the lights at one point, didn't they? Didn't they used to have lights that fit in there, or no? Am I thinking of a different car?
Different
That's
car.
too
These
bad.
always
always had
look like this. The sedans had different ones than the coupes, but the coupes all
Oh, okay,
look like
yeah.
that. But they had other stuff going on. We are going for a drive.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to
So
close
the
it
reverse is down and over and up,
straight down
yeah,
that way.
yeah.
Okay.
and then first is
Do we
down.
need a little bit of gas to get it going?
Maybe, probably not.
Right on. And basically just lug it around and use the torque, right?
Wrong.
It's almost like doesn't have any pillars at all.
It's the fishbowl.
so much glass. Camera car behind us. Okay, and it's synchronized in first,
Yep.
of course.
Yeah.
And the throttle pedal is not some weird touchy thing.
Oh, I should have warned you to get some small shoes. Do you fit?
Yeah, these are not quite small enough, but we'll get by. We're not racing, but if we were, I would be getting different shoes.
Yeah. I'm not just
I'm used to the Renault 5, and they're just as diabolical.
I'm not just wearing the driving shoes to be a like
To be a poser.
to be a
It's 'cause you
poser.
actually need them,
Exactly.
yeah. Man, you're gonna have to really get used to exceeding 3,000 RPM
Yeah,
in a car.
even 4 is short shifting.
Really? Yeah. Oh, the brakes do feel lovely though, and it's boosted.
Yep.
That's very nice. Lost track. I think we're in third.
You're in third.
And it's in kilometers, yes. Oh, very nice. But the rack is not assisted,
No.
just the brakes.
No.
yeah. Is it
So you want
front
that
discs
you
and
want
rear
that
drums?
discs all around.
Discs all around.
Yeah, you want that big wheel for the
Yeah.
no power assist, low speed maneuvers.
Yeah. So nice, and like the ride is so well damped.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find some little bumpies to hit. You can't really feel them. Yeah, it's beautiful. Is the wind noise pretty good at speed? Because it's nothing at this speed.
Yeah, it gets pretty loud when you.
It does. Oh yeah, it just feels right. It's fun. Back when these cars were made, every car manufacturer had a completely different idea of what it meant or what good ergonomics were, and now they're all the same.
Right.
You drive a pickup truck and everything's in the same place as if you're driving a van or a car or anything else. Is this 5? That's 4. And back here, yeah, like your legs are apart, and if you sit in the Renault, you're sitting up high and reaching way over here, and it was fine, and everybody lived. Nobody died, you know.
Yeah.
Like it was okay. And now everything has to be exactly. I like that this is a little different from everything else.
I still don't know entirely. I have to think about turning on the lights because they are weird.
Is it a rotator? Or?
No, like you have to do a switch, and then if you put it up, that lever, if that sucker goes up, now it's just your driving lights. So I'll bump that switch with my knee.
Okay.
Think I got my lights on, and I just have like a couple little candles at the front of the car.
Signals, nothing weird. Is this signals or is this?
The front one is a signal.
The one.
No, that's a light.
Okay.
That one.
Okay, I didn't.
Right.
I had to push pretty hard.
Right turn doesn't always want to engage.
Okay.
But if you just hold it up, it'll still momentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things I need to talk to Steven after seeing him do that Ferrari one. It's probably the same thing, right? That has all a bunch of like weird little electromechanical BS in there.
Yeah.
Not something like a bunch of things that go sploying when you take it apart.
Makes such a great sound. Just deliberately over revving it. Well, I guess it's not over.
That's not over revving it. That's just
how it
normal
goes.
operation.
Here's a corner. They call these corners, Bruce.
I've heard of these.
This is an Alberta corner. There you go. And now it's just
Now we're done.
line. Now we're done.
Oh my
there
God,
must be a lake here that they didn't bother to pave over.
It was nice to see Alberta, but I think, I forgot how straight the roads are here.
Yeah, just.
For 2 hours. You don't have any.
Okay, Bruce is going to show us how you actually go through the gears in these things. Tachometer close up. Holy! It really goes.
What? That's so awesome. I guess we should slow down for this.
No radio. It's nice to see.
No radio. And a Bluetooth speaker works fine.
Yeah.
But you can only hear half of it anyway because it's so noisy. I mean, if it's a song you know, you can sing along.
If you know the song, you're good.
We're good. Just get like the beat. You get the drum. You provide the rest. That's good.
So we've killed Bruce and taken his car, so apologies to Bruce's family, but sorry, how am I supposed to stay sane with a car like this?
Woohoo! I'm not normally in vehicles that can corner. This is a nice change. underpowered.
No, it's not. It's a very lightweight car too, which doesn't hurt.
That helps, yeah, huge. But you can build something with 88 horsepower that's a lot of fun to drive. I never would have thought it.
Right, it falls below 3,000 and there's nobody home.
No, you step on it,
Yeah,
it's no
it's
reaction.
floor, like doesn't make any difference. Yeah.
Great night to be out.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm pretty happy. I got to ride my motorcycle today, and I didn't. I mean, I knew Bruce was coming, but to get to drive one of the great cars of Europe of the 1960s and 70s, like these, and you get to downshift it a lot. There we go, 4,000. That's what he said. He shifted it at 6 every time. So I'm like, okay, listen to that.
Well, it just gets better.
Listen. Oh my God. I don't shift my motorcycle that way.
Was that foot to floor there?
Oh no.
No, just being nice, just getting her up there.
Just being nice. This
Going
is
low.
definitely a lot faster than the Renault. The engine's almost the same size. Of course, this was not a cheap economy car, so I guess
Oh, no?
it's not really fair.
So it's not apples to apples?
No, this was really an expensive car. Like, these were jank money.
Well, you get a beautiful body.
Yeah.
Beautiful dash.
Beautiful
Just
interior.
love
Yeah.
that. Interior's gorgeous.
Well, what's more amazing is that this is the original upholstery. This
Oh.
car is how old?
This is a 73, I believe.
73, 50 some years old. The original headliner, original upholstery, original welds. The car's
Right.
never been in an accident. It's never been rusty. It's never been cobbled together out of a bunch of junk. It's unbelievably good. Like, I wouldn't care what kind of car this is to find any car this old in this condition, and then to have it be such a jewel like this.
Yep. You want to go for a short rip?
Sure. Take it easy, buddy. See you soon. Let's see if he can resist punching it as soon as he gets around the corner. Nope.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to
been a
see
while.
you, Bruce. Oh,
Listen
nice.
to that thing. Oh, this is. Oh, it's too bad.
Great,
Just
isn't
getting
it?
into it.
See you guys later.
Good. Good seeing you, man. Nice to see the Subio. Doesn't quite have the same exhaust flavor, eh?
So going from driving the Fulvia to the Subaru to riding in the Dodge is like, you know, how far apart can cars get from each other? Like, we're like covering all the space of those three cars.
Just had Bruce's Lancia up on the hoist to fix a relay and power to the electric fan. And we got that sorted. Thought it'd be fun to have a look at the underpinnings of the Fulvia. There's actually a transverse leaf up there. Tubular lower control arm, a stamped upper control arm, dual circuit brakes, and at the back we have tubular axle and again parallel leafs and a panhard rod. And just like the Renault, a brake proportioning valve, if anything even slightly more convoluted than the Renault setup, which is impressive. And
Oh, you're talking about the shifter linkage, right? You were wondering how.
Oh,
that
yeah,
all
how
went,
does
you
the
can-
shifter
You
work?
can see the little connector
okay,
there.
so it's kind of a remote setup. I mean, these cars were not. Look at this. All the little tiny little welds are just perfect still.
I was telling you, some of the guys when I was showing photos on the forum, and they're like pieces like this. They're like, "Oh, I've heard of those, but I've never seen one before."
Oh, the little jack braces
the little,
and
the little
stuff.
scissor jack braces.
Yeah, sure.
Or the little,
The
jacking
pads
points that you're
yeah,
on right
that
now.
we're using now.
Those are
Yeah.
just gone.
Look at those. Yeah, those probably fell off after a couple of salty winters. Cheers, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much for coming over. That was a treat. What a blast. I hope you can come back soon, man.
You bet. Well, soon by
Soon, like
next year.
yeah, well, we'll stay in touch.
Yeah, for sure.
I always appreciate
you're
getting a
always-
note and stuff.
You're always
One of these days, I know.
welcome.
You know how it goes around here. I'm waiting for the SM. When that's done, that's going on. We'll take it on the thaw.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Standing offer. I would happily.
yeah. So
I'll sponsor your entry fee to.
you still got that free towing membership thing, right?
Yeah.
Did you put your air cleaner back on and everything? Yeah, we did, right?
It's all in.
It's all put together. Fantastic.
Okay.
All right, safe trip, buddy. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Yeah, cut it. Good. See you, Bruce. Cheers, buddy.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, this is a fun one. Okay, so remembering the order everything's in.
Oh, that looks okay.
There's one good piece.
Bronze. A wee bit burnt looking. We'll know better once we clean it and have a look. That looks okay.
Yep. Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's your clutch piston that's pushed down in there, the bottom bit.
Okay, well. So we'll put these aside.
Yeah.
Those, I mean, look, you can see it's hardly even worn at all. There's the original surface there. And it's like, it's 1% worn. Those are fine. That's not the problem.
The ATF is slippery stuff. Okay.
Just do this.
Yeah. Okay. That's a bit more shady.
Can we see anything? Did the kit come with these? Because this is fried.
Yeah, there's loads of them.
Okay, this is fried.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's down to the metal. And it's all cone shaped. See how the
Yeah.
grooves are all
Yeah,
gone?
that's
That one's
terrible.
fried, yeah. There's a smoking gun for sure. Wow, look at.
Yeah. That's good. At least we know what's wrong.
Oh yeah, right down to nothing. Check it out.
Yeah.
Right down to the metal. Fried. Look at the difference in thickness.
Wow.
Fine, fried. Front
Friction.
clutch, rear clutch. There we go. It's funny, Ashley just texted me. It must have some worn clutches. Well, we gotta take a picture. Is it midnight? Wow, time flies when you're covered in greasy, oily shit. We happy to leave it here then? Keep at it. Okay. So we need to make probably another press tool to get that apart.
What time I
He's
work
back, and it's transmission time.
What time? Instead of gallivanting into Vancouver, the rod runs. I'm actually working on my own transmission. Well, the pan's looking good. You guys
Yeah,
assembled a
looks
great
good.
job. This is really cool.
Yeah, it's
See
fun,
the
eh?
planetaries and all the freaking touch
Yeah,
bands.
all the
And
stuff that makes it go and stuff.
amazing.
So
Clean Fomoco.
that can go on there if it's
Yeah,
clean.
it's clean in.
If you want to start on these two guys, do that guy and this guy,
Okay.
and I will maybe.
Disc valve body.
Well, she started on that, so 'cause that's the valve for
Yeah, it
that.
looks like she's kind of. Oh, cool.
This needs cleaning, whatever it is. Clean that. Clean this. There's the air over there if you want to blow through it.
Okay.
Nice. I think she's cleaned all this too.
She's done a hell of a job, that lady. I do something nice for her. She's good. You know, training parts are never really that dirty. Maybe I'm wrong.
It was pretty dirty. I think this one's clean too. I think she's cleaned most of this.
This is clean now.
Okay. Did you do this one?
No, I will though.
Okay.
Yeah. And
And-
this is like you said, this is amazing, hey?
Yeah. it's
Like
all
how
very
Ford
good.
machine, that's just beautiful, the crush sleeve and everything. Wow.
So. Lots is clean.
The pipes are clean. What are we talking about? There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
If somebody said design and build an automatic transmission from scratch, we'd be fucked.
Oh yeah, what?
But if somebody said, here's an automatic transmission, take it apart and put these new pieces in it and put it back together, well, we could do that.
Yeah, that's grade 6 auto shop.
That's right. This is the
So and you
rear clutch.
showed me on the pictures there how it was those clutches were burnt and shagged a bit.
Yeah.
Actually today, yeah, that's good. I mean the car has 180,000 miles on it, I think.
Oh, sure. It's amazing. It's still going.
Yeah,
But it's still going.
it's still kind of going, yeah.
And you can still buy the parts.
Yeah, which is
You won't
good.
be fixing any new cars in 70 years. You won't be buying a kit for your Altima.
The Altimas? Yeah. Yeah, probably not. That thing will be dead.
It'll be dead in about 6 weeks.
Yeah. The way I'm going, you mean?
Yeah, you're taking it in for all new exhaust. Right? So you're just gonna drive it around going
I'm such a skid that I pushed the existing pipe that was dragged on the ground between the rear strut assembly, so we kind of hold in there for now. Like, how am I gonna get this up? Oh, I know, wedge kick. They were good. What a loser. Anyway, that's fine, I guess. No, what is that noise? Is that me? Who do you think it is?
Yeah.
No, it's
Who else drives around with exhaust systems falling off?
exactly.
It's not like you can't say it was a surprise. That
Right.
thing's been going
Yeah, just
ever since you bought it.
it.
There was such a pushover.
Okay, good
Yeah, you can wash that other guy. This is now
Easy.
level 2 and 3. There she is. Hey, Bunners. It looks like you cleaned a bunch of this already, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
looks really
you
good.
cleaned that stuff? I
Yeah.
just cleaned this. Dean's doing the bands. And he did the
Yeah, I
pan.
wasn't sure about the bounds, but the bar solid.
No, it's okay. I think it's
It's
okay.
fine.
What do you think?
Yeah,
Not too late now.
yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
They're in good shape.
Clean the inside of that and then polish these.
Okay, do you want to rebuild this before we take this apart?
Yeah, sure.
Is it okay?
Mm-hmm.
I just like everything has to be clean, organized. It's hard enough to keep shit from going haywire around here.
It's pretty clean already, but I mean, I'll give her a wipe.
Well, look at all that.
Yeah,
That's not clean. Look at all that scum in
That's
there.
perfect. Okay,
Clean,
I'll
eh?
give
Look
her
at,
a...
look at this white rag. There.
Oh, it's not
full
clean.
of transmission.
Okay, I'll clean her out.
It's full of clutches.
I don't, as long as this doesn't come out on
It
me.
does come out. That's fine. You can take it out.
Okay. Oh, I see.
There you go. Okay, you can take that out. Good. No,
That's
that
nice
stays.
race.
That
Yeah,
stays.
okay.
Everything else
I'll clean
stays.
this guy.
Leave
Good.
that bearing in there.
Okay.
We'll probably pop the seal out later.
Sure. I don't know. If, I might even have new seals in that kit.
Oh, it will, yeah. Look at this crap in here, dude. Look at how fucked that is. Look at the dirt in there.
Yo, that's rough.
That's all in here. Look at
Okay, I'll give that a tidy right now.
that is filthy.
Time to tidy.
So,
Holy.
let's have a look here.
Edsel implosion.
Whoa, look at
Was that the first time you took that off, hey?
yeah, look at the mud in there.
Good gosh.
That's neat, eh?
Oh, wow, yeah. You're doing like a whole finger paint.
Yeah. So we're gonna put that guy
Edsel implosion.
there. That's right. Edsel never moved again. But boy, look at all these neat little pieces.
Yeah, it is neat.
And this thing, look at the muck.
Oh.
Swampy, eh?
Oh, yeah.
But on the other hand, look at this amazing bit of casting. Like,
They just pump those things out.
isn't it amazing that they mass produce this at such an amazing level of detail and finish? Like all these bores are finished to the 10,000th of an inch.
Yeah.
Like all of these pistons and slidey doodads and valves, they all operate with no seals. The finish
Wow.
is fine enough that there are no seals in any of these things.
That's amazing.
And that's how they work. And that is impressive. And 70 years later, despite all the neglect and sitting around forever and just never being serviced,
Sorry, guys.
no, it's still fine.
Yeah.
It's still fine. It's dirty,
Yeah.
but it was still working.
Yeah,
It was still working, other than the clutches, which we saw. All this, despite being full of clutch dirt. Look at that.
I love how they stamp everything Fomoco. And...
Check valve in there still.
There's something in there, yep.
Yeah, right there.
Oh,
Do we have to take that out too? I guess so, eh?
And you
What's
can
going
see
on
it.
here? Oh,
I think
We
it
have
does.
to check valve seat from the lower body with snap ring pliers. They're shown in figure 36.
Check valve with snap ring pliers. Okay, you did that.
Are you kidding? You're not going anywhere. As long as I got a, if I have a if I have a pilot car, I'll drive it. Okay? How's that?
Yeah.
A pilot car. You know what that is?
No.
It's like
It's a car that goes in front with a big sign on it that says, like wide load or whatever.
yeah.
Except it'd be a pilot car that says, "Watch out, Dean and his Edsel are coming."
Yeah, that's right. It's looking better.
Looking much better.
Yeah, well, lots of detail in these. Oh man, this is so cool.
Yeah, that's great. How's the valve body coming here? Lots of little pieces.
I guess it's midnight or so. I could probably shut it down for a bit here.
Yeah, let's just hang out for a minute and then
hang out for a bit. Is it still raining out there, Sean?
screws
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, she's raining. A little Scotch mist though.
Okay. Good place to stop for today.
Sure, why not?
A little bit of
Yes.
cleaning.
Tail shaft is light as a feather. That's your hose. My fault. I'll
Okay.
just put it down. It's fine. Good sitting.
Okay, bell housing looking really nice.
Yeah, better than it
Main
was.
body looking good. Sean did the
Yeah.
main body already.
Okay.
Did you final clean this or just
No, I
first
just
couple?
rinsed it off with a bar swallow.
Okay.
I haven't properly.
Okay.
Okay, so it started though. And a few cleaned pieces here just to stay out of the way. Overall though, progress. And
Yeah.
what have you brought me?
Some junk.
Some junk?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think I got you a
That's
nice
not
little.
junk.
No, this is nice.
Wow.
I got a Firestone bias ply. Super.
That's like new. It is new.
Yeah, it's brand new.
Wow.
Brand new. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
750/15. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
That's nice, eh?
Where did you get that? Bargain or
No buddy of a buddy
Facebook?
that called me, and well, no, actually I didn't know the guy, but I knew this friend or whatever. And he contacted me, and he's
Wow,
like,
a super balloon.
so
That's
so
cool.
what
That's
happened?
what you get for a big tire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that was
restored an early Buick, like an early 50s Buick, and he gave me a box full of parts too. Kingpins, some weird, filters, gaskets,
yeah.
this weirdo thing.
Here, bring it up here. Why are we doing it on the
Oh, yeah,
floor?
sorry. Yeah, I don't know, apparently, but yeah, I just go through it. Some early 50s Buick, like early 50s.
Yeah, there's an oil filter.
Yeah.
And what's that? Kingpins, you say?
Yeah, I think
Sure,
so.
yeah.
Actually, kingpins in there for an old 50, 51 Buick or something, I think you said.
Weather strip,
Weather strip, yeah, some weather strip.
Or it should tell
body hinge pillar.
Okay.
Okay,
So
wicked, yeah.
I guess he restored one. He's actually a pretty cool guy. He
Yeah.
restored one, and these are all leftovers that he didn't use, so I just bought them.
Oh yeah, firewall grommet,
There you go.
very nice,
Might need
yeah.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of other stuff in here too. Filters and
Yeah.
thermostat, yeah, right on.
Yeah.
I might need that.
Gaskets, carb, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you're
Wow.
welcome. Here you go.
Hey, a throwout bearing.
Oh, cool.
Look at that. I got one of the only stick shift 50 Buicks that'll
Yeah.
actually get used.
Hopefully that works.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. All kinds of goodies. And there's a seal or two in here. Looks like an axle seal, I would say.
Good.
Yeah, wow.
Maybe a front pinion seal on it.
Yeah, it could
These might
be.
the kingpins or whatever, but yeah, it should
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, well, it's obviously kingpins.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
Anyway.
If I open them, they'll get lost. So let's
Yeah,
leave it
just-
closed. I know thyself, as they
Right,
say.
early 50s
Brand new throwout bearing, perfect.
Yeah.
And an oil filter.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I love the tire. Wow,
Yeah, I love it too. It's cool.
that is
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, beauty. Well, we'll have to mount that up.
A display table for the.
Oh, well, I figure we could use this if we need it. For
Oh yeah.
It's kind of been sitting in
yeah.
the back of my truck. I kind of forgot to bring it last time.
No, that's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I know. It's good.
Yeah, thanks, man. Wow.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Right on.
Yeah, I ran over.
No stereos for me, eh?
No.
Only Ashley gets all the stereos. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
the
For his good customers.
Yeah, cool. It was good.
Rich guy.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, we got to put this on a wheel now.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why. I was like,
So
perfect.
sorry, was that a 15?
It's a 15, yeah.
I think because the guy restored like a 50 or 51.
Where's
Buick
the
or
other
something.
one? We need to match.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is what he bought. I think he bought 5 and only used 4, and his spare was original, so we kept it or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wow, that's a beauty.
Yeah.
Well, we will give that a home.
Yeah.
I'm thinking when we finish the Model T room that we're going to put some on the shelf on a display, and then print off the original advertising underneath them. So, day 44.
Well, hey, get what you pay for.
Look at that. So this is how we're doing it. We're strapping it all with 2x with notches cut in them. And then this way the tiles hang on the 2x and then blocks on the bottom to offset them. And then everybody gets PL 400. And this is how we're getting around all the broken rusty clips. And I think it's gonna work really good. We had a good windstorm the other day, and none of these even moved, and they're not even glued on. They're just hanging there. So I think we're gonna be doing just fine. These have obviously been laying in the field. There we go. A lot of trim to be done. But I think once we trim it all out, it'll actually look almost like we wanted it to look that way. You ready to try one?
Ready to try 2.
Ready to try 4?
3.
and then we figure out where everything's gonna go.
Butt goes over this way a bit. Pretty good.
If you want to go this way.
Not bad.
If we can.
Well, I'm trying to keep it centered in the center of the
Yeah.
building. But that looks pretty good.
Yeah, hold that.
Yeah, I'll just step on these slippery things. We'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Check it.
that's probably good.
We haven't felt it move.
Yeah, it moved. I don't know. I think you can, if you can go a teeny bit, I don't know.
We'll try it.
Try it. I don't think it moved. It might be bottomed out.
Yeah.
That's
That
good.
looks fine.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't need to be better than that.
Right.
Like, if you got to get out a fucking caliper, I'm not too
Yep.
worried about it.
Yep.
That was the goal, right?
Yep.
That was the goal. Was
Yep.
get around the door done and then build out from there.
Yep. So now it's easy.
Well, now there's a lot more cutting. The cutting sucks now.
But
but
that's
whatever.
what I mean. But now it's we're laid out. We're
Yeah, now we have a plan.
yeah. Now it's easy. Yeah.
Slow knee showdown.
Inside there. Not just that.
Right there.
Now we just move it up just a hair.
Okay.
It's super tight, but
That's fine. Day 643. You want this one for that?
no, actually, I was looking at it right now. I saw what you did on that last one. I was like, oh, we could have did that.
Yeah.
Put it right there. Hey, learn. You learn as you go. Come on.
I'm supposed to be learning. Nice.
Nice. Oh, little trim.
So today we've got all these guys done. And the ones up top there, that's all these. And final fit on a lot of this, and a lot of digging through the junkyard today. Gary's like, I'm never answering my phone again.
Oh, easy. I always answer my phone. My wife loves
You can keep that bit.
Oh, it's good because I was the one who gave it to you.
Well, that one doesn't fit very good. I was gonna wait till you
Oh,
were
there you
gone.
go. Oh, I was gonna wait for you to. Oh, what are you drinking?
Well, we just gotta.
It's just a little off, Gary.
Just touching that.
Oh yeah, see, that's all.
That's all right. That'll trim up.
Okay, there you go.
This one's mint. Yes.
Not going anywhere.
Right. And the little guy, I think we fitted that up. Yes. Good. Good.
Good.
That's a massive amount for one day. You know what I really like about this is it almost looks like they were designed for it. Like if you do it right,
Yeah.
it's gonna look like, oh wow, that was all
I can't
fitted
believe
like
how
that.
nice we came to this corner, though.
Yeah, no, that's really. But
That's
I guess
amazing.
the thing is that
That's like
it's
crazy.
weird. Like you look at these and they all look like they're squares, but that one's 2.5.
22.
This one's 24.
Yeah.
Most of them are 24.
26.
This one's 26.
Yeah. To get
Because
over
we
the
had
window.
to get over the window or whatever.
We'll keep it
And,
square with the other one, right? The other one was a little off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So part of the thing is that we're trying to make it a mirror of that side. So when it's all done and we paint all the parts that aren't tiled back to the bright red, it'll look like two different buildings, which was kind of my plan. And then all this, of course, has to get a massive amount of trim, which I have no idea. You have some plan for that, I take it?
Aluminum.
Aluminum, yeah. Yeah, well, that's what it would have had. And then some kind of bright, shiny aluminum fascia there.
We can do smooth aluminum here, or if you want, we can do textured aluminum. But we'll definitely do a textured on here.
Sure, yeah. What do you think, Frankers? Pretty fun day, chasing birds all day. Yeah, nice.
I don't care, Dad.
Don't care, Dad. You
Where-
and your
is it-
silly problems.
Is it snack time yet?
It's always snack time. All right, boss. That looks. It's starting to look like something.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. So next week, that corner,
Yeah.
and then it's kind of roughed in. Then we can start actually
Yeah.
cleaning them up and picking our best ones. And
Do trim. Start the trim work up.
we're gonna nail them all or glue them all on
Yeah,
first, right?
yeah. Some profiles. I can go bend them up at work for whatever we don't have.
Start getting all this awful old paint off. Yeah, right on. Very fun. Well, that's enough grinder discs for me today. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the show this week. As always, a terrific time putting it together. And thanks as always to anybody who would hit the old like button or subscribe or leave a comment. All that stuff does help the old show. We're trying to get to 70,000 subscribers and we're almost there. So if you feel like helping us out, that'd be very kind. I want to say special thanks this week to Agent 9088 for driving all the way here over the Rocky Mountains in that lovely Lancia so that we could take it for a spin and have some fun filming it. And I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun putting it together and a gigantic amount of editing, I don't mind saying. Thanks also to Steven for all the help filming that. He took most of his afternoon off and followed us around in his awesome Subaru so that we could film that little episode. Thanks, of course, also to all the guys, as always, who help me put this show together every week. You guys, cheers. Of course, thanks also to our friend Gary, Agent 2112, who's helping me put the front face on this building that I'm standing in now. This is the little garage where I keep the tea, and now this lovely 25 Dodge, which we'll be getting back on next week. We've got a pretty fun show coming up next week. I won't give it away yet, but Ashley's been out having some fun, and I think you guys are going to get a kick out of this one. Of course, my own stuff well underway here, my motorcycle project coming together. We're doing the engine swap. Very happy that the Buick is now a runnable thing, so that is now a bodywork project, and that is terrific because that's kind of my little more my home territory than transmissions and such. So. And speaking of bodywork, time to get back on the 1960 Chevy Impala project. It's pretty much all rust repair still. We got to do trunk floor, trunk drops, bottoms of the doors, and quarter panel lower repairs. So that's all coming up. I also am headed off on a top secret mission next week that I hope you guys will get a kick out of. That's coming up very soon. As always, thanks so much to the patrons of the show. You guys make it possible to do this. You guys make it possible to save these cars and make these videos. There's just no way I could do it without the support of the patrons. The show is for you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks also to the people who contribute through the PayPal option or the super thanks here on the YouTube. Very much appreciated, and it does go a long way towards helping us put these cars back together. Very much appreciated. Cheers, you guys. That is awesome. I think that's about it. Anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching. Have a terrific week, and we'll see you all very soon. Cheers. This is a regular contributor.
Same old shit.